How long must the so-called black man suffer? Hate from the nations and hate from his brother. Another brother dead is another soul gone. I'm praying for the Lord to take us up and take us home.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the YouTube channel and Shabbat Shalom. So it is Saturday morning. I am up and at 'em. I'm very grateful because I got to sleep until almost 7 o'clock today, which has been really difficult for me as of late. Getting enough sleep. I have become the person that, and let me just say this, I have always struggled with sleep. Whose dog is that? I have always struggled with sleep, so this is nothing new for me, but I got into a groove, I would say, for a good 2 years where my sleep was great, but now I guess with the stage of life I'm in, also known as perimenopause, sleep has been an issue for me, but I got to sleep till 6. I want to say I started moving around at probably about 6:45, 6:40, something around, but I slept on the couch last night because that's also a new thing where I have to change where I'm sleeping in order to get good sleep. So I slept on the couch last night and I got up off of the couch at 6:58. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. But that's not why I popped in here. I popped in here because I wanted to say Shabbat Shalom and good morning. And I'm challenging myself to film a little bit more, even if it's videos like this where I'm just kind of popping in and saying whatever. So I wanted to just say Shabbat Shalom, good morning. I hope you are having a good morning, good day whenever you're watching this. These dogs have been barking all morning. And I'm not sure what they're barking at, but it's whatever. I am in the backyard. As you can see, I came out here because I wanted to show you guys my garden update. They're going well. Now, granted, I was supposed to finish, let me grab some coffee. I was supposed to come back out here and finish, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. Finish the beds and I don't even know what you call it, put the dirt in the stuff and continue. And we just got a bunch of rain all of a sudden for like a good 5-6 day period on and off. So I just kind of forgot, but then also the rain, when I do remember, the rain is kind of stopping me from doing it. So I'm gonna show you guys that in a second. Also, I did a retwist. My hair looks crazy. I got a little length going. I did a retwist. This time I did it with flaxseed gel just because I'm determined to, like, I make a significant amount of my own products. Oh my goodness. And I'm sure they're barking at a squirrel. Nothing crazy. I'm determined, like, I make a significant amount of my own products, but I'm determined to, like, make more of my products. And I've been using aloe vera gel on my face in the morning. I just put a layer of aloe vera gel. I kind of let it dry down just a tad bit, and then I put my butter or oils, whatever I'm using that morning, on my face. So I'm like, why don't I just use flaxseed gel? So I made some, and then I'm like, why don't I just use this to retwist my hair? So that's kind of how it started, and it's okay. Granted, I retwisted it quite a few days ago, and I haven't put any oil or anything in it, but it's holding. Well, it looks crazy. Look, I'm not the lock person who's like super detailed with their locks. Their parts are straight. I'm just going with the flow. Literally, like, my culture. Like, if you don't know my mom, I always struggle with this. I need someone to help me. Please help me. How do you say it when you've had a parent or anyone in your life that you're referring to now that has passed away? Do you say was? Because even though my mom is not here, she still is Jamaican. Like, this is crazy. I still don't know. Somebody please tell me. And I could probably just Google it. I'm gonna Google it, but someone also give me their perspective. But my mom, her heritage, she was born in Jamaica, and my father is from Grenada. So these are dreads to me, but I know people call them locks, and it's like the vegan versus plant-based thing where it's like veganism is a lifestyle, but plant-based is just how you eat if you don't eat meat and all the things vegans don't eat. Like, I get it, but for me, in my culture, we distinguish dreads and people who live the lifestyle. Like, you could have dreads, but you're not a Rasta, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna continue to call them dreads. For me, it's not that deep. I have dreads. My culture, these are dreads. So I'm trying to just be very loosey-goosey, not care, and live my life and have it be just freeing. And I love them like this. I love them when they look crazy. They don't look super defined or whatever you want to call it. I like them just looking like I rolled up out of bed, which I just did. I don't tie them down or anything like that. I rarely ever do that. I really need to oil them though. I need to moisturize them and oil them. But I don't do any of that stuff just because I don't want to. I didn't come out here to talk about my hair. I came out here, there was another reason why I wanted to talk to you guys this morning, because the question that I have for y'all this morning is, how do you guys feel about devotionals? Because I go back and forth with whether or not I want to do a devotional or not, and I've been having a little bit of anxieties. Anxiety is something I've struggled with my entire life, but I feel like in the past 3 years I've really gotten a handle on it, and I can tell when anxiety is like anxiety, like I need to take a pause, and when anxiety is just like I just need to do some breath work, I need to like work myself through it. But I've been struggling with some anxiety lately. I think it's, as you saw in my last video, it's just the stage of life I'm in. I'm in a phase of boredom, so it's like getting the best of me. But I feel like some what's the word I'm looking for, y'all? I'm having such a hard time finding my words. Like, I feel like when I talk, I sound like a blubbering idiot. These dogs, yeah, I feel I can't find my words, and I don't even remember what I was saying now. We're just gonna move on. Devotionals, how do you guys feel about them? I feel like this is what I was saying. I feel like some wisdom from the Lord, from the good book, would definitely be helpful. I don't know. I think that devotionals are very targeted towards Christians and their way of living. And sometimes I'm not with that, because Christians I don't know, they're definitely godly people, but sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I view Christians in a negative light, which I shouldn't, because as a community, we can be very similar, right? And my husband and my two of my daughters in particular, they are always like, mommy, like my husband and my daughters, they watch a lot of content as far as like being in the truth, being in the word. They watch a lot of content, right? My husband especially, and he does not discriminate. He'll watch Christian content, he'll watch Hebrew Israelite content, he'll watch content from people of all walks of being close with God, let's just say that. And he's like, if you don't look at other people's perspectives, like you're essentially like boxing yourself in and you're missing out, which I agree with that. But sometimes I don't necessarily want to consume that content, because I don't know, sometimes some of the stuff that they say and do and the way people act can like turn me off a little bit. I'm very mindful of that, but I do understand that sometimes just because someone is of a different faith of you, or they're not part of the tribe, or doesn't mean that the Most High hasn't used them to give you a message or teach you something that you need to know. So I'm very much aware of that. Circling back to devotionals, how do you guys feel about devotionals? Because I opened the Holy Bible KJV app a couple days ago, and they have these like reading plans, and one of them, they have several ones on anxiety, and I'm like, it can't hurt. Like, you can take what you need from it and keep it moving, because they do have like excerpts where someone wrote it and kind of put their perspective in it. And I did a devotional, a specific Hebrew Israelite devotional a few years ago, and I shared it on my channel. I don't remember what video it was. If I find it, I'll put it somewhere so you guys can reference it. But I had stopped using it because there was a specific chapter that was referring to the Most High as being feminine, and I'm not sure, I don't even remember at this point what about it kind of like turned me off, but I had stopped reading it. But I feel like I should give it a go because it's 2-3 years out and perspectives on certain things have changed. So I really need to go back and see what she was talking about and why it like rubbed me the wrong way at the time. So I probably should do that as well. But I also do want to consider devotionals, and I just don't know how I feel about them. So I'm curious to know, how do you guys feel about devotionals? Do you use devotionals? What's your perspective on it? Being that they're very tailored to Christians and not necessarily to people in the truth. Philosophies are significantly different. I was going to say slightly, but significantly different in how we approach our dedication to the Most High. So I'm just curious to see where you guys are with devotionals, because I'm curious. Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to get into today. It is Sabbath, so I did all my Sabbath prep yesterday, which I wouldn't say I did a heavy Sabbath prep yesterday, but I did a Sabbath prep that I have not done in a long time, where I'm like cooking 2 dinners and cleaning and stuff like that. I have not done that in so long, just because I have not, with work and everything that's going on, I just haven't had the time and energy to dedicate myself to. Like, that irritates me. Like, that's clearly a puppy. I can tell by the way the dog is barking. It's clearly a puppy. It's Saturday morning, y'all. Like, why y'all got y'all dog out at 7 o'clock in the morning barking all morning long? Why? Yeah, I don't know what I'm getting into today. It's Saturday. I did a good Sabbath prep yesterday, one that I haven't done in a while, and it felt good. So I need to start prepping for Sabbath like that again. Food is good to go. Obviously, I'm not cooking because it's Sabbath. I do want to move my body today, and also I would like your perspective on that as well. I got a couple questions / comments, just diet and health and fitness, and are there any scriptures that cover that? And I know there's a specific scripture that talks about gluttony. I have to reread it, but that's the only one I can think of. But what's your perspective on working out on Sabbath? Because I've seen some people say they do it and some people say that they don't. I ain't gonna lie, some days I will work out on Sabbath. It just kind of depends on what I had going on that week. So if I worked out a lot this week, in a week, I will rest on Sabbath. If I didn't work out a lot, I will do like an active recovery day or an active rest day. That's better, an active rest day where maybe I just go for a walk or I do like a stretch routine or something like that. But I feel like I really need to move my body today. And just given what my hormones be doing, when I can do it, I need to do it. So I'm gonna work out today. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but I'm not gonna do nothing crazy, but I am gonna work out today. I've been talking for 16 minutes now. I'm gonna have to chop and screw this little mini vlog, but let me show you guys my little garden update. Okay, so here are the tomatoes. These are actually the tomatoes that I planted in the video. These are grape tomatoes, and I guess I wasn't watering them enough, so being that we got so much rain, they just came popping out. So these are the grape tomatoes. And then I came back in maybe like a week later and planted some Roma tomato seeds. So these are them. I think they're doing quite nicely. I need to get the thing that you put, I forgot, my husband told me what it's called, but I can't remember. But the thing that you put so when they grow up, the stems can grow straight. Sorry if I'm not using the right terminology, because I don't know what I'm talking about. But I think for someone who doesn't know what they're talking about, I'm doing pretty well. All right. Also, I planted some garlic and they're shooting up. that back area doesn't get a lot of water because we have the cover right there. So I need to get a little bit of water back there because I see one right there that's kind of on the struggle bus that's trying to come up. But I think we're doing good for garlic. I did plant some onion here, but I think it's just going to take a while to come through. So not worried about that. But just on a whim, I planted some green beans. We had some organic seeds that we bought, I kid you not, probably 15 years ago, and we had in the freezer, and I just was like, let me go ahead and plant them. And I didn't think it was going to do this. I didn't even put enough dirt in there. Like I had the intention to come back and put more dirt, and because we got all this rain, look at that. That is crazy. So we got some green beans going. I need to get some dirt and put in here, and then I'm gonna plant all of this big green beans, and then I think I'm gonna get this same setup and put it over there, clean out the little bed, put it over there, and I think I'm gonna do zucchini and maybe arugula or kale to prepare for the winter. And I was thinking sometime in September, like right here, I'm gonna get those same like black things, but the big round ones, and I'm just gonna do some berry bushes right here to prepare for next spring. And then, excuse this mess right here, but I think I'm going to right here, I'm gonna get some raised plant beds, and then I'm gonna do a bunch of herbs. So that is the plan. But I think we're doing well for someone who does not garden, plant things, someone who's known for killing things. I think I'm doing pretty well. So I just wanted to give you guys a garden update. A sister had asked me to do a video encompassing all the things that I have been doing as far as like fermenting veggies and doing kombucha and sourdough starter. And I intend to do that. I just don't know if I want to do separate videos on it or I want to put it all in one video. It's most likely looking like it's going to be separate videos, but it's going to take a while to come out because kombucha is like a 3-step process. I had to make the SCOBY, then you have to make the kombucha tea. You have to let that ferment for however long it takes, and then you have to do the second fermentation. So that's going to be a process. Sourdough, I can't do, y'all. My sourdough went kaput, and it's my fault. I'm not consistent with it. I forget about it. I see it and I'm like, oh, I'll do it later, and then I just forget, and I need to I need to get on that. But I'm gonna sprout some more sprouts this week, so I'll film that for you guys. And I need to do another batch of fermented veggies, so I'm gonna probably film that for you guys as well. And then my apple cider vinegar is still going. I anticipate that is going to take months because I tasted it and it still tastes pretty sweet, but it is going. So that's an update. Also need to make some more toothpaste, so maybe I'll film that for you guys as well, because I think she asked about the toothpaste recipe. Those are the updates. I just wanted to pop in. Honestly, I'm just talking at this point. There's nothing I'm saying. Nothing I'm saying. If I get into anything else today, I'll film it, but honestly, today is going to be a legitimate like rest day. I need it, and it's Sabbath, and I might do a little bit of a something workout today. Nothing major, just something to get my body moving, because your girl got some muscles. Look, there's some fat surrounding them, but they in there, okay? I feel them. Like right now I have my biceps curled, so I'm holding up this camera and the muscles is there, and I'm trying to be a muscle mommy, okay? Trying to be a muscle mommy. I want all the muscles. Give me all the muscles. Like, I love to work out, guys. Really, fitness and Florida, my happy places. Those are my two happy places, okay? Give me fitness in Florida and I would never come back, okay? If someone said, you can move to Florida and you have to work out every day, I'd be like, sign me up, baby. Sign me up. I love it, okay? I really do love fitness. I want to be all encompassed in it. I love it to death. Like, I genuinely, I love fitness. I've always loved wellness. I've always loved health. So this is just right up my alley. So I'm excited to get me some muscles, to continue to grow my muscles. But I do have a significant amount of fat to still lose. I did gain 5 pounds. One, I know why. Oh, let me tell y'all. Let me give y'all an update. So remember in that video, I think it was the video I was talking about supplements, and I was saying, oh, I'm getting off keto. Let me grab my coffee for these flies. Remember when I said I was getting off keto and I was determined to lose the rest of this weight in a very healthy way and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Okay? Still intend to lose the rest of this weight in a very healthy way, but I had to get back on keto, y'all. I'm probably the only person in the world that has ever said this, but I enjoy my keto diet. My low carb, keto, high protein diet, okay? I'm doing a combination of high protein, high fiber, keto, because I eat a significant amount of fat. I could not, my body rejected it. My body said, absolutely not, ma'am. We are not consuming all of these carbs that you're trying to put in us. We are not doing it. My body started acting up. At this point, I think I'm just one of those people for whatever reason. Like, I think people are just different and diets are different for different people. And for me, I'm not going to say I've tried every diet because it's not that deep for me. But I have tried a good amount of diets. And keto just works well for me. Keto, low carb just really works well for me. So some people, they will eat a certain diet and they'll maybe not feel good, maybe not be healthy. For me, it's a whole body approach. My mind is foggy. I have mucus and sinus issues. I have feminine issues, if you get my drift. If I don't eat a diet that supports my body, I'm already super sensitive to being inflamed. Like, I can usually tell if something is working for me if I get inflammation. Like, I was so inflamed. So I'm just gonna stick to keto. I'm going to, that's just it. Like, I'm just not going to be playing around with other diets. Maybe if I go on vacation, very strategically, I will give myself a week to come off and maybe enjoy a few things every 3 to 6 months. But I cannot, y'all. It was tough on me. So I took my behind back on keto. I was saying this for a reason, you know. I don't remember what I was talking about. Sorry, y'all. I had to roll that beautiful bean footage because I had to go back and watch the footage because I had no idea what I was talking about. But I was saying that I do still have a significant amount of fat to lose off my body. So I need to start fasting again. But if you don't know, when you're in perimenopause, fasting can be very tricky to your hormones fluctuating. But I think it'll be good for me. So I need to start fasting again. I did gain 5 pounds, as I was saying. I think I gained 5 pounds because I came off of keto and I did eat out a lot. It just happened to run into the time where my daughters had come back from college and we were like eating out a lot, going out to like restaurants and things like that. So I think that in combination with me building muscle, I'm at 230 right now, where I was at 225 before. So right now I have like a good 50-60 pounds still to lose, and I'm not in a rush to lose it. I think when you get middle age, your goals as far as like losing weight, being healthy, they just change. And I'm just like, I'm comfortable where I'm at. I'm comfortable in the sense that like I look at my body and I'm like, girl, you have done some work. And I know I still need to do some work because I still have a lot of fat on my body, but I'm in no rush to get there. I'm not like, you need to get there at this time, where like as before I was like, in a year you need to have lost this much weight. I'm just not in a rush to do it because I understand that I am building muscle while trying to lose fat. So it just is what it is. But yeah, the point of me saying that was I need to still lose a good 50 to 60 pounds, and I also need to maintain and build more muscle while I'm doing it, and that is just going to take time and energy. I see, like, I've plateaued out, if I'm being honest, as far as weight loss goes for like 8 months now. Like, my weight has not moved, but again, I do see differences in my body. I do see fat moving from certain places that there was just a lot of fat before. Like, my hamstring area is a lot smoother. I've lost a good amount of fat off my legs, even though my legs have a lot of fat on them, but I have lost a significant amount of fat. I feel my biceps, like when I just doing everyday things, my triceps, like I see the difference in my body. So yeah, we're just gonna do this. We're gonna do it healthy. We're going to do it in a way that supports me and my body and my lifestyle. I'm gonna get out of here because I feel like I'm just talking now just to talk, but I just wanted to catch up with you guys, talk to you guys, see how you guys are, what you got going on this Sabbath. Tell me, share. Just wanted to catch up. So it was a pleasure hanging out with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are having an amazing day whenever you're watching this. I am going to get out of here, get this video up for you guys. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Enjoy your Sabbath, and I will see you in the next video. Shalom.
There's something really special happening in our midst. The Israelites are coming back and now we're getting fixed. Stand as a man, cause a man keep the laws. Remember who you are so the Lord can hear you call. Oppression maketh the wise man mad, right? A telltale sign that we need some act right. We lost cause we done took off our own guard and traded in our royalties for a gift card.